Hello everyone, welcome back to Malik 034 channel. This is Malik Arjun. In this today's session, I'm going to demonstrate about the technical aspects of HCC concept. HCC is a hybrid columnar compression, and in this today's session, I'm going to demonstrate about the dry run and actual run, how it works, and then what are the script you can use it. So these are the script actually I have written it for one of the customer, and then I have implemented for that customer. I'm going to demonstrate those particular technical aspects and technical scripts and the technical stats which I collected from one of the customer. And then if you are having a challenges in understanding and technical details or theoretical part of HCC, you can always refer my Exata course where I already uploaded couple of sessions in my YouTube channel. You can go back to YouTube and search for Malik 034 and then search for Exata course, and already covered a lot of session in that, so you can go through that and then try to understand the technical aspects. So if you still having a challenges, you can always reach out to me in personally, and then I'm ready to help you guys. So I'm not going to cover theoretical part because it's already been available in my YouTube channel. You can go and refer it. So if you're new to my channel, you can always search Malik 034 in YouTube, and then please do subscribe. If you like my videos, please share, like, and comment, and pass it to or circulate it within your colleagues or friends. Okay, let's start with the technical aspects of HCC. So as I covered in theoretical part, there are four types of compression you can go with: query low, query high, archive low. These are the four types of compression Exadata HCC provides. So hybrid columnar compression, HCC stands for hybrid columnar compression. So you have to first do dry run for this all four types of compression, and then based upon the result and based upon the query performance, you can choose which is best suits for your production environment or your live data. So I divide this HCC implementation. It is one of the biggest project if you take it out. So first you need to do, like, if you want to implement it for your environment, you have to do it in a development and a QA, and then go with the production. In the development, you can choose which are the biggest tables, like in terms of 100 GB or 1000 GB or 2000 GB. Few tables are like in terms of 1000 DBs, and then you can choose out all those big tables, and then you can do the dry run. So dry run means it will give you the statistics, how much compression you can achieve by running that. And once you do the dry run, for example, choose a one table, you can see a compression stats dry run SQL script for this transaction.stg. This transaction.stg is a one table. It is like 1000 GB. It is the 1 terabyte size in size table. So you can choose this table, and then you can do all these four types of compression. I have given one sample, like dry run, dry underscore run transaction stg query low. This is the dry run query I have written, like cat I did this SQL, and then I'm going to generate my log file. What it do, it will do the select database name and set server parameter out, and these are the date it will do, and it will declare the parameter, and then it will take the parameter. You can see here dbms compression, get the compression ratio. It is a dry run, it will get the stats, it will not do the actual implementation. You can see the table space name and owner and table name, and you can see here compression type is dbms compression for query low. So this is for query low, right? So and then this is a complete script, you can run it out. So if you want for query high, you just change this one, query underscore high, and if you want it for archive high and archive low, you can make it archive high and archive low. So you can prepare for a script similar to that with this query low, query high, archive high, low, archive high. With four script, you run those all the four script, and then log file will look like this: name, ebsdb, and when you ran, and elapsed time, and then compression advisory, self check, and compression of HCC rows, and estimation compression ratio. You can see here it is giving the compression ratio 5.5, and then PLSQL completed, elapsed time, and how much time it took. It will give you need 50 seconds, and what is the current time. And so this is about the this particular log file. And if you can go back, the actual actual run, again I made the script, so I'll just open that script. Okay, that script looks like this one. The server parameter on and spool file, and set timing on, and select name from dealer database, and I'm going to sum what is the size of my table segment, and then I will do what is the current date and time, and this is the actual command. You can see here, alter table username, and then the table name, alter table name, move compress for query low. If you are going with the query low, you have to mention query low. If you are going with the query high, mention query high. If you are going with the archive low or archive high, you can mention whatever the compression method you want to go with. You just mention that one, and then again after that you'll select what is the time now, and then it will after the compression it will again count the what is the size of my the table segment, and then it will check for any unusable index, right? So first you need to basically run. You have to decide a table which is a bigger table, like 1000 GB or 100 GB, or 500 GB, whatever the size of your table. You just decide the table name, and then do all these four types of compression dry run. This is a sample dry run query. You can see dry run query low. You have to give here dbms compression for query low, query high, archive low, archive high. You have to run all the four types of compression for one table, and then you have to ask your application team or the end users and how the performance. You run it for query low and then get the feedback. You can run it for query high and then ask them to run some queries and reports, and you can enable it for archive low and then ask the end users or application team to do the performance testing, and again you can enable it for archive high and then ask the application team or end user to do the performance testing and get their feedback, and based upon their feedback and your compression ratio, and then you can decide which is best suits for you out of these four scenarios, and then you can go with the actual run. So in the actual run it is just simple. You have to use this alter table name, move, compress for which compression method you want to go with out of those four methods, and that this will do the actual compression at your table level. And then once the compression is done, you are done with that particular compression for that table. And you have to do in a SDLC cycle, you have to do it in development and go to QA and then go to production, and then it will avoid any kind of performance impact at your application or business end. So this is the compression stats for one of the customer I worked. So I kept the table name, I removed the table name here for the some confidentiality purpose, and you can see I chosen 16 tables out of those 16 tables, and I chosen big tables and some of the bad tables which they designed, because once you do the compression of these tables, your query performance will be get improved, right? So if you can see, this is 1000 GB, 900 GB, 500 GB, 200, and these are the like few of the tables we decided with multiple discussion with the business team, and then out of those 16 table I ran the dry run for all the four compression, like archive low, archive high, query low, query high, and then I came up with these particular stats. And then once I enable this archive high on all these 16 tables, I asked application team and end user to do some query testing and performance testing, and similarly I did the same performance testing with the help of application and end user for all these four scenarios, and based upon their results and based upon my stats, and then I decided to go with the query high for that customer, and then we have successfully implemented this particular project for one of the customer, and it was very satisfying. So these are the actual queries I have implemented for one of the customer. So if you are planning to do implement in your environment, so you are feel free to get these queries. You can I will pass it to you guys in my YouTube channel. You can always make use of these, and then you can do the HCC enable for your environment. That's it for the today session. I will come up with a new topics in my next session. Thank you guys.